All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. I am proud to announce that we got a whole slew of action for you. And Fred, I'll be honest, when you do the sponsors, I got to share this up to my page because my computer is slow as F. I'm sure that everybody gets a chance to be there. That is, at least sometimes follows me. So we'll get that done. But how are you doing, by the way? And I congratulated you last time, if I'm not mistaken, about being and I'm trying to talk, like I said, while I'm doing things. I know it's like, why the hell is he talking so slow? Congratulating you on your victory in the AFC East. So
yep.
It's been a while now. Was I mistaken? But the last time that you guys, now is this the right stat? The last time you guys were in the playoffs, your quarterback wasn't even alive?
No, actually, that's not. The last time that we won the AFC East, Josh Allen was not born yet. He was actually born in '96, and the last time the Bills won the AFC East division title was in 1995.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to get this.
I got you.
Yeah. And again, I'm not trying to be an ass. I
Nope.
heard the stat somewhere.
Well, I mean, you remember that we had 17 years. We had that drought, 17 years for a playoff spot. So we broke that. So this team's actually breaking records as we're going along. I mean, even Josh Allen himself, he's only the second quarterback on the Bills team, other than Drew Bledsoe, to throw for 4,000 yards in a season. So this team just keeps knocking records down left and right.
Okay.
Now we got one more record I want broken, and that's on Monday night.
And which record is that?
The last time we swept the New England Patriots in a season was in 1999. Doug Flutie was the quarterback.
Okay. Well, I did. I was successful. You know, I hope that people weren't noticing. I was actually working here trying to get this shared. And you got one young lady that says, "Hey, I have dementia. Make sure I know." I tagged her, and it didn't come up. So the next thing is I'm going to hear about it. You didn't let me know. I'm like, I'm busy. So we got that going on. And again, thank you for being here, Fred. Fred, first off, let us go now that I'm busy doing other shit. Stuff. Let's go through the roll call.
Absolutely.
Sponsors, and you know the drill here. Well, because we'll let you hang out with this one. Go ahead there, shipmates. Start us off.
Absolutely. This is Soulmate Performance Socks. He does all the NFL teams, every team, your friend's team, any NFL team you want. These are nice socks, are custom. And guess what? I say it all the time. You can never have too many pairs of socks. And with this cold weather rolling in, you want to have a nice pair of socks to keep them toes warm.
There you go.
Tosco Toys. Hey, if you're a super fan or you know someone who's a super fan, go have that character made of yourself or that super fan, and it'll be set there for you. It's a beautiful thing. They do a great job. And look at Captain's. Identical to Captain. I think the doll looks a little better, but hey, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, the doll makes me actually look presentable because I'm scary otherwise. So I'm definitely scary otherwise. And hang on, let me do that. I got a lot of other things I got to get done, squared away here. So do that.
Yeah, we always like to give a shout out to our sponsors at the beginning of the show. Give them their props because they're our sponsor, of course. Actually, Seasonal Sports, as you well know, they do all of our graphics. They are doing the graphics right now for the anti-bullying T-shirts. You can go shop on the Elite Superfan page. He's doing all the shirts. You can get embroidery done, any vinyl work that you need done, any screen printing. Fred does a great job. He's very reasonable, and he's a small business, family-owned and operated.
And his name is Fred, so you can't beat that.
Can't go wrong with a guy named Fred.
There you go. Freds are always reliable.
There you go.
And I found that out. Okay, and I'm actually ready this time. For what? Oh no! There's one more. And did you get the information on that on our new sponsor?
Absolutely. I know Ken Newton personally. Ken Newton's a great guy. He does a lot of great paintings. He was actually doing some Bills cleats this year. He's doing custom footballs. If you guys get a chance, check out Ken Newton Studios. He's got a page, does great work. He's right out of Buffalo, and I've met him several times. Great, great guy.
Okay, and I'll try to get a graphic up next week because I've been busy. Okay.
Yep, no problem.
Some stuff that I wanted to do. This is, and I got the shirt this time. The PlayersCongress.com. One of my favorite people. Get with Bob Grant, the president of Retired Players Congress. They have great shirts and other apparel. See, I got the shirt this time. They have like T-shirts with like, and I love the tagline, "When football was football." These are probably the first things that you're going to see on PlayersCongress.com. Make sure you get over there. And all the proceeds are go for the people that are from the old NFL, shall we say, that didn't get a big paycheck. They get their support from Retired Players Congress. So go to PlayersCongress.com. Another one that I'm really happy about is the ShoesForKids.com. If you have lightly soiled or lightly used shoes, and you want to make sure you get some good use out of them, send them or send honorarium, send some help to Shoes for Kids. They make sure that kids that don't have shoes have shoes. And especially in winter, not having proper wear on your feet sucks, especially if you're up north. So again, go to shoesforkids.com. Tell Jerry Robinson that old salty bastard Captain Jack sent you, okay? And the final one, and I did this a little bit too quick the first time. There you go. And this is, look, no, let's not do it yet. I'll do it a little bit better. This is the Bocadillo, and our boy from Bocadillos. They make some really great artwork, and Fred, I'm gonna have to kick us off in order to show the full thing. Get your image in a wonderful cartoon image by Bocadillo, and I'm going to kick us off for a second, so you won't hear from us, but you can see what a great Bocadillo image is right now. One second.
That's
Again,
awesome.
that's the Bocadillo universe. Make sure you get there and get, like I said, you can make your image via Bocadillo. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's off screen. But I have my Bocadillo, and I made a patch out of it. So again, you can use Bocadillos for a very good cause for what you're doing. Plus, like I said, the Tosco makes me look good, and the Bocadillo makes me look a hell of a lot better too. So get your images via Tosco and Bocadillos, and we'll go back to this. There we go.
Fletch them.
Yep. I'm not Buffalo Fred. Okay.
Just a dream.
Yeah,
just a dream.
He's a lot nicer looking than I am.
And be sure to that you guys support our sponsors. Make sure that you like and share the show. Share it with your friends, family. It's for a good cause. Everything's for the elite super fans, which is they do for anti-bullying. They have many charities for that, and it's a nonprofit organization. The anti-bullying, again, that's elite super fans, bringing all teams together as one.
I agree with that. I don't like bullying logic. See what I did there? Anti-bullying.
Yeah.
Bully, yeah. It's a math joke, okay? Boolean logic. If you guys don't know what Boolean logic is, you use it a lot for in the industry. But I'm definitely anti-bullying, but I'm also anti-Boolean searches. So there you go. Use your wares, share the show up, get folks to know what we got going on here with the Elite Superfan Show. And what else am I know that there you go. Where the hell is it? Oh, I'm trying to get, there it is. I have my scorecard of what we're going to talk about. And if I can get out, there you go. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm the hardest working man on television. It's not on television. So hopefully we can all hear everybody. I'm going to look for the comments, go to the comments, see who we have in here. Again, Luca Latti is making sure that Eric Behrens is here, as well as the other, and Kim Jasinski gets some love. We got Mike Givens, the Philly sports fan, and I like this as well. Prayers for Nashville, and I'm sure we will talk about that as well. Robert Rankin's in here. Hollywood. That's from 1941, by the way. Is in here. Tim Purchase, Eric Barons again, Sean Delaney, and Tiffany Nicole says hello. So again, thanks for being here. Thanks for pushing us out to all the groups. I can't do it. I got, as you can see, I can only handle so many buttons at a time. So, and my button pushing right now is exactly what I have to be on screen. So I appreciate everybody pushing the show out. We are here normally every Friday, but there was a holiday yesterday. I can't recall which one it was, so that's why we couldn't do it. So there you go. Fred.
Yes, sir.
On to some football news, baby.
Ooh, man, we got some news going across the league right now.
Yeah. Talk to me. Set us up, brother.
Well, first of all, the 49ers just signed Josh Rosen. So Josh Rosen was in the 2018 draft. Now he's on his third team right now. So I thought Josh was going to get some playing time today, but of course they didn't start him. But he's there as a backup. So it's good that he's on a team. Good for him. You know, young guys, you want to see these guys have success in the NFL. But Josh Rosen signed with them. He's at like third team right now. So third time's a charm most of the time, they say. So we'll see what happens with him.
Okay. Go ahead, sir. I'm just pushing up some comments so people can see it.
Some other news, we had mentioned this a couple weeks ago, was Josh Gordon being reinstated into the NFL. Well, that fell through. Apparently that he didn't comply with the terms of his conditional reinstatement, and it fell through. So he's no longer eligible to play this year, and now he's got to wait again until the NFL can reinstate him into the league. So, I mean, another issue. And we talked about this kid. Very talented player. And he just can't follow the rules, I guess. You know, I don't know what it is with this guy.
And, you know, I am all for redemption. But 1 second here. Didn't want to cough on camera. To my knowledge, it's not COVID. So hopefully we'll talk about that. But no, I'm all for redemption. And I'm all for people getting a second chance. There's even a how can I call him anything but an a-hole?
Right.
That is currently a wide receiver here that I know had at least one touchdown today for the Tampa Bay Bucks. And again, I'm being kind, calling them by their true name, the Bucks. He has redemption because he's gotten his second, actually maybe really his third chance. But at least in theory, he's abiding by the rules. Again, in theory.
And he's been very quiet. You haven't heard anything about the guy. He seems like he's strapping the helmet on and going to work. So,
well, there was some other things about that person who shall remain nameless, but his initials are AB. I won't say his name. But again, there was some issues that they had prior to him being picked up. But you know, he's doing it now. Now, I swear, I know that as soon as the season's over, he's going to do something to screw himself. But you know, you call me right when that happens.
Absolutely. I got a feeling too.
Okay. And you were talking about Josh Gordon. There's another Josh you want to talk about as well.
My Josh?
Well, there's Josh Allen, but there was another Josh.
Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen. Yeah. We had mentioned, I mentioned he got signed by the 49ers.
Yeah, and you know, that just tells you how depleted the 49ers are, because you go from Jimmy Garoppolo, who, you know, I think it was a pure product guy. Then you go to a guy, Mullins, who actually shows some potential. And I think he's going to be a free agent too. And then, but you got CJ Beathard, who is a very good quarterback, but now Mullins got injured. Beathard's their quarterback. Yes. Their other guy on the practice squad was not available due to COVID or whatever.
Yep.
That is bottom of the barrel when you have to sign Josh Rosen.
Yeah, and this thing is he's got to learn that playbook like very fast, because they're very short of quarterbacks, because Mullins is probably done for the rest of the year. I actually thought Garoppolo was going to be back for this game, but apparently he's probably going to be back for the next game because Kittle's actually back now, and Kittle and him were right around the same timeline as far as returning.
Okay. Well, I mean, now are the 49ers eligible for the playoffs?
They are not mathematically eliminated yet. They're still on the outside looking in, but it's very bleak.
Yeah, okay, well, technically the Raiders are not mathematically eliminated, but anybody that thinks that my boys are going to make the playoffs, I'm sure that there are some fans in Oakland that can sell you some proper other things, for the smell that wafts around the Oakland Coliseum. And no, I understand we're still in Vegas. I don't know who the connections are in Vegas. I don't know who the connections are in Oakland, but just from the smell around Oakland Coliseum, I know you can get some good product. That's all I'm going to say.
We have some other news if you want to hear about it. The Buffalo Bills news. Governor Mario Cuomo is actually trying to get 6,700 fans to go watch the playoff games at Bills Stadium. But there's some things that they got to work out. First of all, they're going to have you do a rapid COVID test before you go inside the stadium, and then they're going to do some tracing after the game. So it's kind of up in the air right now. I don't know who the 6,700 fans would be allowed in there. I don't know if it's season ticket holders. I don't know if they're just going to throw the tickets out there, first come, first serve basis. I mean, I know I would love to go, but the fact is that I don't know if I want to go through all that hoopla to buy a ticket, get up there and say, well, you're positive for COVID, and then get tested the next day and say, now you're negative. So
2020. Did you see that commercial for Match.com, by the way?
No.
Okay. I tell you what, the ad guy is a genius. He has Satan going into Match.com to find his perfect person, and he meets this really, really great looking lady, and he's like, "Oh wow, nice meeting you, 2020." And she goes, "You can call me 2020, right?" So Satan matches up with 2020, and again, it's ballsy. It's ballsy, but it's just the way 2020 is. When Satan gets matched up with 2020, I can't wait until we go to a year where we actually will. And Eric Barron says, "Yeah, see, he likes what I'm saying as well." It was
I didn't get to catch that commercial.
So, I mean, I tell you, that's probably going to be up for a Clio because that takes a lot of great imagination. So, yeah, there you go. See, even Robert Rankin likes it.
Everyone's liking it. It's funny. I guess I'm behind. I didn't watch
you gotta watch it. Okay, now what I am going to do is this. Talk about something that is good for 2020. We're actually talking football. Now, before we go and talk about our Sunday night games, there are some games that are already in the books. Fill us in on what has happened on Christmas, because I know that somebody made a record.
Yeah, on Christmas, New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first of all, I mean, you can't say enough about Alvin Kamara. I mean, he gave me 52 points for my fantasy, which I'm happy because I'm in the championship game. But the kid went off 4 touchdowns. The New Orleans Saints, they clinched the NFC South Division title. They can actually. I'm sorry. They can. They haven't clinched. Actually, yes, they did. I'm sorry. I have my notes here. Yes, they did. Saints clinched a playoff berth. They did not clinch the division yet.
They clinched the division.
They got a playoff berth. They needed Tampa Bay to lose. Tampa Bay actually won today, and they actually got a playoff spot. They got a playoff berth. This is the first time that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a playoff berth since 2007. So congratulations to them. They're still waiting. I guess probably going to be one more week to see who wins that division.
No, I think you're wrong, Fred. And the reason why I say that is because the Saints swept the Bucs. Okay,
right.
So even if they go to a tie, they won the division. Trust me, in Tampa, they're already talking about.
Yeah, this one is saying a New Orleans tie plus a Tampa Bay tie. So maybe they did clinch the NFC.
They did. Trust me. I hear about it.
I've seen that they got the berth yesterday for the playoff berth. I saw that. But yeah, you're probably right on that one.
I'm sorry, Robert. We're just reporting the news. Okay.
Yeah.
Just reporting the news. And again, trust me, of all those things, I would definitely bleed some purple for you. When I'm not wearing silver and black, I wear purple. So there you go. And other things today, we were talking about the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, I will just say, rather easily won their game today, and that's putting it kindly. And I'm not even gonna tread on that, but they're in the playoffs. And right now, a game that nobody is watching.
49ers Cards.
Yeah, and I can give you a score in a minute, but
It was 14-6 last I looked with fourth quarter.
There you go. You got your score update there. Okay. So
49ers
there is a game. I'm sorry. What was that, Fred?
The 49ers are actually winning 14-6. It's in the fourth quarter right now.
Okay. Well, there is a game tonight, and I will talk. We'll talk about that game a little later as well. But before we go there, yeah, and there you go. Your boy Justin Herbert is really doing the job there, Tony, and that, yeah, I'll give him that as well. But before we go there, we got a game on Sunday night, and if I can get everything squared away here, there we go.
Dolphins and the Raiders.
Yeah, but no, we got a Sunday night game.
Oh, that's right, Tennessee and look at this, yeah, Tennessee and the Packers. Big
there
game.
We go. Now, yep. Everybody should be on, and you can undo your. I'm going to unmute everybody, so don't say any swear words.
Okay.
Titanisher, unmute yourself.
How's everybody doing tonight?
There we go. Okay,
Good.
we got everybody unmuted. First off, I want to thank the fact we got a crowded house tonight, and I had the pleasure of meeting. Well, I knew Cheesy from when I went up to Minnesota land last year, and I met her, and I was like, honey, you must be in the wrong parking lot, because I'm surrounded by a bunch of people in purple, and then there's a really nice looking gal in green that came up to me with a wonderful smile. So I want to say thank you and hello to Kim Jasinski, 100% Cheesy. But then I get a chance to meet other people virtually, and I don't want to screw up their names, so I will call them out by their names we have here, and then we're going to let them talk about themselves, because I know Kim, she's going to talk first, and then it's always ladies first anyway. But we are also joined by Pac Vader, Titanisher, and Spider Titan. And again, Kim, please talk to me about what it became. What was the evolution of 100% Cheesy?
Well, first of all, yes, I was born in Milwaukee. I go by 100% Cheesy because of some of my friends here at VWO. I live in Minnesota, and I'm married to a Vikings fan, so there's that. So I tailgate a lot with the VWO. They consider me family, more or less. And before I do get into why I became 100% Cheesy, I would like to share that I do have the business.
There's another product placement, so there you go.
Yeah, Todd, that's nice. That's really cool.
And I would also like to share that I do have the coin for the SF.
Nice.
There you go.
I got mine.
No, what made me become 100% Cheesy is I just seen while I was tailgating with my husband and all of them here in Minnesota, I noticed all the fans that dressed up, and I just thought it was so neat that I'm like, I have to become something like that. And Diggs Garza and Colonel, aka Prez Willie, helped me create 100% Cheesy. And so ever since I rolled with it. And then I had Frozen Tundra guys made my cheese wedge for me. And here I am. VWO member made my necklace, and I just enjoy it. I love tailgating with them. I love the tailgate more than I love the game, to tell you the truth. But this year we're not doing so bad, so I'm okay.
Okay. Well, again, I'm going to start with the Packer. I'm going to end with the Packer, but I'm going to go down the screen. I'm going to go to the folks that are coming up to the frozen tundra of the Lambeau field. My best John Facenda impersonation. We will be talking with Spider Titan. Spider Titan, talk to me about yourself. Let everybody know who you are and the evolution behind your persona.
How you doing? I'm Spider Titan, and of course I'm a super fan of the Tennessee Titans. I've been a Tennessee Titan since the day they moved to Tennessee, and my inspiration to become a super fan just came from me wearing a Spider-Man mask to the games, and then a lot of people calling me Spider-Man, and they really dug it. People started taking pictures with me, and then I decided to wear a Spider-Man suit to my kids' school, and then it just went crazy when I handed out candy during lunchtime, and that just inspired the fundraiser thing that I have. And I started my own fundraiser. Of course, it's called Spider Titans Gifts for Kids. I buy a bunch of Spider-Man memorabilia and have my own. And then I buy a bunch of just Titan stuff, and I just hand it out to kids and take pictures. I go out, I visit kids. I just do all kinds of things that involve children and just my community in general. And just, of course, my support from my team just means the world to me, and it just turned me into something completely different than I used to be. And I'm proud to say that I'm a Tennessee Titans super fan, and I'm just a member of my community, and I couldn't be more proud to be who I am today.
Nice.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you guys for letting me in the show. Thank you. It's really
no worries. And then we go from Spider Titan to the Titanisher. I love saying that.
The other way.
Talk to me about yourself there, Titanisher. What's going on with you, sir?
All right. Kind of like other super fans, I'm a big Tennessee Titan fan. I was born and raised in Tennessee. That's been my team from day one. I too, a season ticket holder or whatever, I go to the games or whatever. I said, hey, what do I need to do to, not just be an average fan? I want to be a super fan of the Tennessee Titans. So what I did, as Spider Titan mentioned earlier when we were talking, I went out to the SuperFan group and I said, hey, I'm looking for a name for my character. And the one that got the most votes was the Tennessee Titan and Punisher mixed. So we came up with Titanisher. And, I'm glad to be a part of the group. I too, have my own little doll.
Nice.
and the coin.
There you go.
And, I'm glad to be a part of the group, and hey, it's great. It's great.
Okay.
For sure.
And I'm unmuting Pac Vader. I thought that, and the only reason why, not that I don't want everybody to, I was hearing some sounds from, I thought it might be you, Pac. I think it might have been you with the,
Hey guys, how you doing? Pac Vader right here.
Good. How you doing, man?
Very good, very good. Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. It's an honor and a privilege. So thank you very much. My story of how did I become Pac Vader is very easy. It went back to the first time I stepped at Lambeau Field. It was a phenomenal experience being at Lambeau. And part of what made it very, very special was all the people that was dressed up over there. I thought it was really cool. The one particular time I was with my son, me and my son went together to Lambeau. And again, the experience of being around some people dressed up in different costumes, it was phenomenal. To a point where I figured, I could help to new fans or people who had never been at Lambeau, making their experience special by dressing up, as one character. So me and my son had a little conversation, and he approved. And he always liked Star Wars shows and movies and that kind of thing. And for some reason that I cannot explain, he always identified me with Darth Vader. He was like, Dad, you're my dad, and you're kind of like on the dark side sometimes. So like, why don't you dress up as a Darth Vader? And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. So, one thing led to another, and before I even know, I picked the name of Pac Vader. And again, before I even know, I become a super fan of Packers. I've been a Packer fan for almost 25 years. And basically that's the story behind Pac Vader.
There you go. And again, if and when that comes the time, all you have to do is just take the cheese head off and a little bit of the green and the yellow. We'll throw you in with the Raider Nation, and you'll fit right in. Okay.
Well, I don't see that happening, but you could try.
Well, the Bills always got a lot of room on our fan wagons too. You guys want to jump on board?
I'm just saying there is like, I think it's I can't remember if it's Vader Raider or Raider Vader, but you guys can like square off with your two lightsabers and by the way, I think that I can't remember if it's next time we go. No, next time you guys go out to Vegas, if you got, I'll try to get you two together, and then that we'll have that done as well, because I went to Lambeau when it was nice and warm, thank God, last year. Because I don't do anything below 60 if I can help it. So there you go. I keep being in Florida. All right. Well, again, and I like this. People love the backstories. I like the backstories as well. That's why I make sure we start with that. Now, in pregame, we knew that there was going to be a toss-up on the coin. Titanisher is calling the coin for the Titans, and hopefully I won't lose the coin like I did last week. But
you need a bigger coin.
Sure, call it in the air, sir. What was that?
Heads.
It is heads. I swear. Here, let me show you. It did come up heads.
It's a two-headed
I was
coin.
going to say the same thing too.
There's tails on there too. All you bastards who think that I have a two-headed coin, screw you. Okay, it's not a two-headed coin. Titanisher, would you like to start off why the Titans are going to beat the Packers, or would you like to defer and go next?
We'll defer.
Okay. Oh, that I like this. I haven't had a deference before. Cheesy. I'm gonna get you done because again, ladies first. Cheesy.
Well,
Tell me why the Packers are going to win.
Well, all right. First and foremost, we're in the frozen tundra. You're coming to Lambeau Field. Not that no fans are really allowed, so we really don't have that on our side, but it is pretty cold up in Green Bay, and we're pretty accustomed to that field. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to handle that, but we'll see. I mean, I'm just hoping for a really good game, with a win, of course. Always a win. That's just how I roll. And honestly, I just really hope that they make sure Adams gets a touchdown this week, because last week he didn't get one, and that screwed up his record of having a touchdown consecutively throughout the games. So that's what I'm really hoping for too. So if he gets Adams going, and our offense has been pretty stellar, I'm just really, really hoping our defense can step up just a little bit better. And I think, we might be Super Bowl bound. And by the way, Fred, nice to meet you. And our buddy Hans from Tailgate Hall of Fame, he's a Bills fan, and he's hoping for that Bill Packer Super Bowl.
I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. I always told people that instead of playing Tom Brady twice a year, I would rather play Rodgers twice a year.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't recognize that name that you were talking about, because everybody that knows me knows I will not say his name.
Now, you do know the last time that the Titans and Green Bay played was November 13th, 2016, and Tennessee got the best of them 47-25.
Yeah, and I also remember that one game that was 55 to what? Was it nothing?
Well, I don't remember that.
59.
Time out. We're straight here. Spider Titan. Tennessee deferred. He's going to go last. Spider Titan, you tell me why Tennessee is going to beat the Packers in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
One gesture. The crown. The king.
Okay.
They already said as soon as they get that running game going, they said the Packers just go down. They said last year, I heard it on the radio, they were talking about how you guys played in the NFC Championship game against the 49ers. They say they ran the ball 45 times or 54 times. I'm not sure which number it was, and they only passed for 8 the whole game. So, and you know the outcome of that game. So, I mean, with a power back like we have, I mean, compared to their like 2 or 3 backs that they had, I mean, it's just going to be a very, very interesting physical game. It's going to come down to, I think it's going to be a shootout. Honestly, I think it's going to be. I think because you guys are pass bound. They said you guys are a really pass heavy defense, and I believe it. But at the same time, our talent can equal that. But as soon as we get that run game going, I mean, I'm sure you guys are going to get going too, because hey, Jones is something, not to take lightly, and you got Aaron Rodgers, he does his thing. But to me, when I watch the Packer games, he throws to Adams a lot. And a lot of other guys have not been coming through lately like they were earlier in the season, and for me, that kind of singles everybody else out and only gives us like one little direction to look at. But I've heard the tight end, I don't know his name, but I heard the tight end was also like a main target for Aaron Rodgers. But I mean, honestly, like I said, I think it's going to be a dogfight all the way to the end. I'm hoping it is. Of course, like I said, and you said it's going to be a cold tundra game. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is also. And you know what that requires? It requires the run game. The air quality is probably going to be crazy. It might be windy. You don't know what the weather is. I'm not sure what it's going to be. But, I mean, it's going to be a very interesting game, and I think it's going to come down to the run, and it may come down to the last person who has the ball.
Okay. It would be. I can actually see that. I mean, the thing you look at is that the Packers are ranked 11th stopping the run, and they're only giving up 110 yards on the ground. And then you got Tennessee, who's giving up 115. They're ranked 15th. So this is going to be a very interesting game because both teams are going to want to run the ball.
For sure. Definitely.
Okay. Well, now we go to, and it's not Luke's father. Okay.
Aaron's father.
Okay, there you go. I'm not saying it's not Luke's father. It's whoever your son's name is father. Back Vader. Why? Now, we already established if it's run game, it's going to be a tough game. And personally, after this, I'll tell you who I think, if it comes down to a run game, who's going to win. I'm looking at Josh Jacobson right now. And by the way, guys, I'm out of here at 8 o'clock. So, Matt Vader, tell me why the Packers are going to beat the Titans in the frozen tundra.
Okay, I'll put it easy and with 3 reasons. The number one reason, like Kim Cheesy Lady said, they're playing the tundra, the frozen tundra. So your boy, the running guy, what's his name? Henry. Yeah, Henry will not be able to feel the ball on his hand. So he's going to be fumbling the ball all the time. That's the one reason. The second reason is the Packers play like a really bad second half in their last game. So that's going to motivate them to play better for this game. They had a whole week to prepare and to study the running game, which is basically what is keeping the Titans alive. I got to give you that. The Henry is phenomenal, but I think the Packers will come out very motivated to stop the running game. Again, like I said, they had a whole week to prepare for this game, to study what the Titans will be or have been doing on the running game. So I think they will be ready for that. And the last but not least, the reason is because we are just better than the Titans.
We're better than you are. I mean, that's what he said.
You got ring.
Okay. Fred, any other comments before I turn it over to Titanic?
Yeah, I mean, what I want to touch on is the fact is that the Green Bay Packers are ranked 9th against the pass. So if the Titans are going to try to pass, they're going to have their hands full. And now on the opposite end of it, the Tennessee Titans, they're ranked 28th to stopping the pass. They're giving up 276 yards. So you're feeding right into Rodgers' game. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but you got to think Adore Jackson's back. So that's a big difference between last game. Of course, we only played Detroit, but I mean, Adore Jackson's back. He's gonna make a big impact.
Yeah, don't say we only played Detroit. Like you said, we're treading lightly on Detroit today.
And then you got to look at the fact, too, is that you got both these teams that are really vying for something. Right now, the Tennessee Titans have an opportunity to win the AFC South Division title. And then the Green Bay Packers, they have a chance to lock up first place and get a bye. So both these teams are going to be playing, and they're going to be playing hard.
Now, I don't know if this is correct, though, or not, but I was told that even if we were to lose to the Titans, that we would have to beat Chicago to get the home field advantage in the bye.
You need Seattle to lose, and you need the New Orleans Saints to lose next week, and then you'll lock it up.
Okay. See, we got the man who deferred. That's the last word, other than Fred. Because Fred will take last word. We got Titanisher. You got last word, sir, because you deferred. Why? Why will we be seeing a tighten up over the folks from the frozen tundra? Give us your best out the door there, sir.
Just like Spider Titan said. We got Derrick Henry. We got the king. We're going to run the ball. Everybody this year has said that they know the Tennessee Titans are going to run the ball. And they structure their defense to stop the Titans from running the ball. 1,700 yards later, nobody has done that. It ain't going to stop Sunday. We're going to run the ball. Derrick Henry is going to get his portion of yards that he always do. We always say, when we went to Baltimore last year, we said 165 and we'll win the game. He ended up with 183 or something like that. It's going to be the same thing Sunday. We're going to run the ball. Everybody knows that, but that's the way we're built. And like Spider Titan said, this last week, I think, was the first time that the Tennessee Titans had all their cornerbacks available for a game this year. We have given up a lot of yards through the air. And we know Rodgers is going to throw the ball. He's a phenomenal quarterback. I give that to him. But whether we're playing press defense or quarter defense or whatever, we're going to control the game with Derrick Henry running the ball. You win games now and in the playoffs running the ball. And that's what we've built around it. We've always done that, and that's what we're going to do Sunday. We're going to win the game. It ain't no doubt about it. We're going to win the game. We're going to win the game running Derrick Henry. Plain and simple.
Plus, we have a lot better record on the road.
Okay. So now it's like this was his amendment. Yeah, we run the ball better than you do. Okay. Fred.
Yes, sir.
Any last words? And this is why I love Fred, because I could be a moderator and he's got all the stats for me. Go ahead there, shipmate.
Yeah, I mean, you look at these teams, and the fact is that the Titans are going to want to run the ball. But if they end up shutting that running game down, are you going to be happy with Tannehill putting the ball in his hands and have him take control?
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, who do you think would be the X factor besides Tannehill to help get the win?
AJ.
We got two wide receivers that's approaching 1,000 yards, AJ Brown and Corey Davis. Mm-hmm. And we got a phenomenal tight end as well, Jonnu Smith. If they shut down the run game, we can throw the ball. We've proven it. Okay, I haven't been keeping up. The last time the Titans had a tight end I knew about was like Frank Wycheck or the other guy. I'm just saying, not that I pulled that one out of my memory there, Frank. Right. Okay. Right. All right. Now, Frank the Tank, we remember him well. Yeah, there you go. Now, actually, the one that actually I'm being facetious. The last time I knew about a tight end was and I can't remember the gentleman's name, the African American that was on your team for quite a while. Oh my God, Delaney Walker. We had Delaney Walker. Walker. Yep. Yeah. And there was something subliminal about Frank Wycheck, but I just needed to pull that out. Okay, so basically we're saying the Packer fans are adamant that they're going to win because it's the frozen tundra and they got a better team, yada, yada. The Titan fans are adamant that they're going to win because they're going to be able to run the ball with King Henry and they got their defensive backs back just in time. Now, is that a synopsis? Did I hit it on the head with that? That'd be correct.
Okay,
I
so
think so.
general consensus. Okay, I didn't screw it up then. Okay, that's good. All right, now, and again, I appreciate everybody being here. Lady and gentlemen, I'm going to throw it around the horn one more time. If there is anything that you would like to say that you are heart that is important to your heart, that you want to make sure that people know about, I'm going to start with my girl Cheesy, Kim. Any final words, things that you're following or want to make sure people know about?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say thank you again for letting me join the show. This has been really fun. Getting to know you guys a little bit better. And one thing I'm not big on, I don't have my own charity per se that I work for or towards anything, but I do try to spread the love and donate anytime I can to those charities. But we do here, what I do is I help out the VWO a bit with the polar plunging for Special Olympics, which I enjoy. I know it's crazy to go jump in that water, but what's better for a Packer fan to go into that frozen water? And then I made our patch. This is for the North. It's a GWO patch, and it, has all of us on there, the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, and Detroit. And it just says defend the North and great with others. And that's what that means. And let's see. I'm a part of a whole lot of stuff with them guys, and I enjoy it. And now I'm part of Tailgate Hall of Fame, which I really am so honored to be a part of. And I just love the Lot 1 family. If you ever get to go to Green Bay, make sure you go to Lot 1 and have a great time with all of them. Steve Tate, Wayne Sargent, you got Justin and Scotty, and I can name more and more names. Ryan. I mean, it is just a great time. I've met Edgar there many times, and we have a blast. And
yeah, I got my pin. I'm like not a Lambeau Virgin anymore, so I got it in Lot 1. So I remember what you're talking about.
Well, now when you go back, you're supposed to give it to somebody, because then you're not the virgin no more. See,
no. Yeah, I like to keep my pins in virginity, so I don't know. Maybe
I know it is a pretty cool pin. So
it is pretty good, cool pin. Hey, Kim, thanks again, honey, for that. We're gonna go with Spider Titan. Anything you'd like to share with everybody as well, sir?
Yeah, I'm just like everybody else. I like to say thank you so much for inviting me on the show. You guys are awesome. It's always nice to meet everybody and get to know everybody instead of just commenting here and there. You actually get to see the personalities, actually get to talk with people, and see body language. I'm a body language person, so I like to see everybody. It's pretty awesome to talk to everybody, even though everybody lives everywhere else, and it's hard to travel with your team and experience that with everybody else, and get to meet everybody personally and everything. So hopefully next year will be a lot better for that. And Bills Fred, I just want to salute you, sir. What do you call it? One of my best friends is a Bills fan. I'm pretty sure he's like just rooting as hard as for you guys, and just everything. That's pretty cool like I said, nice to meet you. And I'm pretty sure if he could meet you, he would love to say hello. And what do you call it? I heard about the little girl Bills fan, Amelia. What do you call it? I just wanted to give a little shout out for her, and I hope she, has a successful surgery. And I just want her to stay tough. And she's a little sweetheart. And my future stepdaughter is named Amelia, and I can feel the love for her and everything like that. So hopefully everything goes well with that surgery. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. Please check me out. I do all kinds of little things for kids and everything. Just check out my page on Facebook at Spider Titan. Just look it up in the search bar and it'll pull you right me up too, and have all kinds of little fun stuff there for everybody. And like I said, it's always nice to be a part of this family, and I'm really, really proud and really appreciative of all the opportunities you guys are giving me.
You're welcome there, sir. Glad having you here. Okay, I'm going to throw it over to don't call me Darth, but definitely call me Pac Vader. Sir, anything that you would like any causes or any last words from you? And we, again, appreciate you being here as well. So floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, well, again, just want to thank you for the opportunity to be in the show. It was a pleasure. It was really nice meeting the two Titan fans. I'm going to steal a phrase from my good friend Steve Tate. I'm also a fan or fans, and I enjoy every time I'm around fans from other teams. And I do not have any charity or any cause, but you can always pray to God to guide you and your life, and I'm sure He will put you on the right path. And the last thing I will close with is always go Pack,
Go, baby.
There you go. Not that I've never heard that before. By the way, Kim and Edgar, make sure you talk to Wayne and Steve. Mr. Padone, I believe I'm saying that correctly. Who I met up in Canton, great guy. And so again, send my best to all of the. I won't say I almost said it because it's only one nation, Raider Nation, but all the Packer country or whatever your crew is called, because there's only one nation. Okay, only one.
The Packer Nation.
No, there is not, sir.
There's only one mafia.
Yeah,
There's only one mafia.
One nation. There is only one mafia. There's only one nation, but the Packer crew of the Great White North. I'll say that. Thank you to them. Make sure that they said that they're good to go as well. And Titanisher, you are the last out here. You are the third, so you're good to go. Any last words from you, sir?
Yes, sir. Again, like everyone else said, thanks for having me on the show. Packer fans, great meeting you. I like meeting all different fans from all different teams. I see, Buffalo, the Raiders, whatever. We're all just fans of the game.
Yep.
And
Right.
And that's what it really means. We're fans rooting on our teams the best we can, for whatever situation. I don't have any charities or anything that I'm a part of. However, everyone knows I'm always giving something when we're at the game. Everybody knows where I tailgate at, and they know at any time they can reach out to me. I'm always doing all types of things for Tennessee Titan fans, whether it's, helmets or visors or stuff that people want, memorabilia, stuff of that nature or whatever. And, it's just great. I'm kind of new to being a super fan or whatever, but I'm looking forward to the next 40 years of being a super fan of the Tennessee Titans. And as Park Vader said, in the end, just always remember, stay tightened up.
All right. All right. Again, for my Titan folks, the Titanisher, Spider Titan, I have some really good friends up there. Actually, I met them when I was up there. They were this part of security, and they told me I couldn't bring my stuff in, and I was pissed. But no, they were really nice people. So they put it to the one shack, and I've made really good friends with them. The last time for the draft, I made sure that they were there, and I met up with them. Loved everything about Nashville. I even think the Raiders won like 2 of the 3 games up there. So again,
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
every time you guys come here, it's the same story. I'm done playing you guys here.
I go to Coyote Ugly and dance my ass off. So that's
right.
That's
love Nashville.
Yeah, that's actually where that.
So again,
that's actually
everybody out there. So Captain Jack says hi, and I know Fred gives his best as well. We thank you for being here, and get the word out to get this show out to everybody. We talk football, but we talk camaraderie as well.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you guys for coming on the show today. I wish both your teams good luck in the playoffs because I know they're both going to be there. Stay healthy. And just want to let the Tennessee guys know that I was going to go down there this year for the game, but because COVID ruined it. But I kind of peaked a little bit into 2021, and the Titans and Bills will be playing again in Tennessee. So hopefully I can make it down there and maybe meet up with you guys.
All right, welcome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man, for sure.
Anytime fans come to Tennessee, we try to treat them right.
Yeah, just like the same in Buffalo. You come to Buffalo, be sure to go to Hammerlock. Hammerlock is the place to be.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here, sir. I'm gonna put you backstage, and I appreciate you being here. Get the word out, push this up to all your friends, get everybody to watch it. And by the way, if they miss this broadcast, eventually, because I'm gonna be busy tonight, I'm calling the game on Colorcast, and then I got a show on YouTube. Then eventually, this show will be on YouTube, so they can catch it on my channel there. But make sure everybody watches it for sure. We thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Go Pack, go. Go Pack, go.
Tighten up.
And Nashville strong. Want to talk what happened yesterday? Nashville strong.
Blessings to everybody that has to deal with that. Yes, stay tight in a good way, and blessings to all y'all.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Same to you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye now.
That was awesome.
I'm going to remove everybody. There we go. Now it's me and you. And again, thanks everybody. And,
that was great.
Yeah, you're still here. I wasn't going to remove you, Fred, because I got to do the rest of the show, dude. But again, the bottom line here is, folks, normally we do call-ins, and we might be able to do some call-ins. It depends upon how fast. Oh, I'm on the right side. I almost moved myself out of the right area. We're going to talk about the rest of the games, and I tell you what, just for fun, we'll do tonight's game last.
Perfect.
Just for fun. Fred, you're going over what else is going on in the NFL on tomorrow, Sunday and Monday. Throw out those games for me, partner, and we'll talk about them for a little bit.
Oh, well, first of all, you already got some games that are already played. Looked like the Cardinals lost to the 49ers. Looked like it was 20-12 was the final on that one. The big game tomorrow is Steelers and Colts. This is a big game for both of these teams, knowing that, Pittsburgh's trying to right the ship, and the Colts still have a shot at taking the division. So Pittsburgh's won 13 of the last 15 regular season games versus Indy. So I'm thinking the Colts are going to knock them off, to be honest with you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was kicking guests off. So what was the game you talked to? I apologize, Fred.
No, you're good. It was Pittsburgh and Colts actually play. The Colts are coming to play the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. So that's a big game. Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, I don't know. That's one of those that is. I mean, with the Steelers on a 3-game losing streak and the Colts starting to rev up, I think the Colts are probably one of the better teams in the AFC. It's hard to go into Pittsburgh and win, but I don't know who you pick, but I'll take the Colts in a squeaker.
I said the Colts too, and then another news for the Pittsburgh Steeler Nation.
Steelers country. Steelers country.
All right, Steeler country. Juju Schuster has retired from dancing on opponents' logos. He will no longer dance on the logos. So maybe this will be what the Pittsburgh needed to get a win, is Juju to stop dancing. So,
well, Juju needs to stop dancing, and he needs to, instead of doing something with his dance moves, he needs to do something on the field. That's for sure. Okay. So I'm caught up now. Okay. Next game, sir.
Giants at the Ravens. This is interesting because the Giants, they had a little bit of momentum, but now they're going backwards. Now you're going to go face a Baltimore team who's desperate, who's on the outside looking in to try to get in the playoffs. They're a plus 116 scoring differential right now, and that's the second most in the NFL. So these boys are putting up points. So I'm definitely going to have to say that this is for the Ravens.
It's so easy. Ravens are just going to roll over the Giants. And that's putting it kind. That's putting it kind. There's really nothing else to say. Ravens are going to win out, and that's why. In fact, I saw a Ravens fan today where I was eating. I went off my diet. I actually had a burger today, so there
you go. That's why you're all upbeat.
Yeah, I am upbeat. I was actually had some food today. So again, I had a Red Robin burger with a big crew. At least the gentleman was a Ravens fan. I gained 3 pounds though off of one meal. That sucked. So hopefully it won't stay. But again, I am upbeat eating a burger. But yeah, if you're a Ravens fan, it's going to be really easy for the Ravens. They're gonna sweep their last two, and they're going to be in the playoffs easy.
Next game up is the Bengals at the Texans. This is interesting. Both teams pretty much, they're out of the playoffs. Houston won 3 straight games versus Cincy, so they got that in their favor. Cincinnati looked very dominant with Ryan Finley being the quarterback against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Will that carry over? I don't know. You got Deshaun down there, and I'd have to say the Texans are probably going to end up pulling this one out, but it's probably going to be low-scoring game.
Wow. I mean, the Bengals are not, and I've said this for a lot of teams, and it actually came and bit me in the ass. I said the Chargers are not as bad as the record indicates. The Broncos are not as bad as the record indicates. The Bengals are not as bad as their record indicates. They just, they need a little bit more. Wow. If it was in Cincy, I'd probably go Bengals, but I will go, even though that the Texans are depleted on offense, I'll take the Texans in this game as well.
Then you got the Browns at the Jets, and the Cleveland Browns actually have an opportunity here to clinch a playoff berth, and the division's still not away from them yet. They still have a slim chance of taking the division, and it's going to go by what Pittsburgh does this weekend, and actually next week they could be fighting for the division. But you look at this Jets team, they got their first win, but is it enough to take out this Cleveland Browns team that's been on fire with Mayfield and this running game and that defense? I don't think so. I think this is going to be a lopsided game right from the get-go. I'm taking the Browns.
Lopsided is kind.
Yes.
Lopsided is kind. I think Cleveland in a laugher over the Jets. Jets got their one. Now that they don't have to worry about being 0-16, and it was a hell of a win against the Rams. I don't take that back. But,
I can't believe that.
Yeah. But Cleveland in a laugher for sure. Go ahead, sir.
Then you got the Bears going to play the Jags. I think the Bears are almost out completely. I think they may be hanging there. But you got to look at this Jags team. They're giving up 30 points a game, and that's the most in team history this year. 30.2 points per game, and this is the most in team history. I think it's going to continue. I know that the Jags are starting a different quarterback, but I got to give this to the Bears. I think the Bears are just – Trubisky's going to be too much for them, and I think that Glennon's not going to be able to handle this Bears defense, and he's going to struggle for the Jags. So definitely the Bears.
In case you guys are wondering, the cardinal rule, when the door is closed, I am on studio.
You got to get that little light to put up there.
I got to get the friggin' light. Or I got to lock the door. Okay. and then, I said, when the door's closed, I'm going to have to start locking the door. You were talking Bears, Jags. Who'd you pick?
I picked the Bears. Mike Glennon's going to end up starting for the Jags, but I don't think he's going to have their Bears defense is too much for them. Yeah.
I would say I like the Bears in an upsurge. I think that, if they would have had more of their shite together this year, they could have been, again, they're going for the playoffs. They're going to make it. But they're not a bad team. They just need to be more consistent. And when Mike Glennon plays quarterback for anybody, that's a losing cause.
Yeah. And look at the Jags. They're going to have the number 1 draft pick next year, so you might see Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. I think the Jaguars aren't stupid enough to win.
Like the Jets were, right?
Exactly. They got Trevor Lawrence all wrapped up, and they will do everything in their power to make sure that pick does not go away.
No. Then you got the Falcons at the Chiefs. The Chiefs have won 22 out of 23 games, including the playoffs. So they're at home. You got the Falcons coming in there. They've turned it around a little bit. The Falcons actually have a defense that's been playing. If Matt Ryan can stay upright and find some receivers, because Ridley has been a beast for him, they could make this an interesting game. It's going to tell what this Falcons team, how they're going to go into the offseason. Are they going to win out this season to go into the offseason with a high note, or are the Chiefs going to take them out? The Chiefs, they already have probably the number 1 seed locked up, so technically they're not really playing for anything because I don't think anybody can catch them on the number 1. So, but I'm still going to give this to the Chiefs. Be interesting to see if they play the full game with all their starters.
Kansas City wins, period.
Absolutely. Yep.
Easiest way to say it.
Then you had the Panthers at the Washington football team. Now this is interesting because Washington actually has a chance to actually win the NFC East division. So all they have to do is win, plus they need the Giants to lose. And if the Washington wins, Giants lose, and Philly and Dallas tie, then Washington would be your NFC East division champs. And I give this to Washington against the Panthers.
If this happens and then the other thing happens, and meanwhile, if this person goes and dates the daughter of the owner that goes to the store and doesn't get COVID, it's Washington.
Yeah.
Easy. And I can't wait for Washington to win that division, because then I don't have to deal with the people from another team that are real butt plugs. And that's me again. Butt plug. Go ahead, sir.
All right, next tip is Broncos and the Chargers. You got two young quarterbacks, and you got this Herbert kid that's just been throwing the ball and lighting it up. And I think that you're going to see this Chargers team come out, play some more. If they can clean this up and play some sound football, they're going to knock off Denver as well. I'm going to take the Chargers. I think they're going to play for Anthony Lynn's job, and I think they're going to beat up on the Broncos. Sorry.
And is it in LA or is it in Denver?
It's in LA.
Okay, yeah. I'll take the Chargers in that one. Again, they got a decent team. It's just that unfortunately they're going to play for Anthony Lynn, it's going to be all for naught, because Anthony Lynn will be gone at the end of the year.
I think he had some hiccups throughout some of these games this year where it really reflected on how he's coaching this team.
Yeah, well, again, his clock management sucks.
Yeah,
his
definitely.
clock management sucks. I mean, he did good clock management against the Raiders, and I'll say that. And by the way, I did give my stepson his LaDainian Tomlinson jersey for Christmas. I thoroughly disinfected my hands.
Okay. LT was a good player, though.
Yeah, but the LT and the Raiders don't get along, so I did thoroughly disinfected my hands.
LT ended up going to finish his career with the Jets.
Yes, he did. And he was quite pissed about that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Chargers over the Donkeys. Next, and again, sorry, Mary Brennan. And we were rooting for you when you were playing Kansas City, weren't we? Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, then you're going to have the Eagles at the Cowboys. And we know that it looks like the Eagles were going to do something, and they really still can with this Jalen Hurst. I'm really impressed with this kid. He's coming in again, starting. This will be his, third game that he's starting. And I don't know where this leaves Wentz, but I'll tell you, this kid is definitely a playmaker. You definitely see a different team with Jalen Hurst under center. I think, again, they're going to get that another win, and I think they're going to beat Dallas convincingly. And you're going to see, again, that this kid, he's going to be helping show Wentz where the door is. I feel bad because Eagles just paid him all that money, and they might still have to continue to pay him even though he's on another team next year.
You know who doesn't feel bad about being paid? Carson Wentz.
You're right. I wouldn't be mad.
And you know what? And the Eagles paid him too quick.
Yeah.
They paid him too quick because they didn't want to lose him. Well, you know what? You're going to be sucking because you got a contract that you can't get rid of. Talk to me about bad contracts for a bad quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, they had Nick Foles, a backup quarterback, come in and win the Super Bowl when you're paying your starting quarterback all this money. So
for sure. Yeah. I think that the Eagles, and I did say that correctly, Eagles, go into Dallas and beat Dallas.
Yeah. I think they're going to do it convincingly, to be honest with you.
I see it too.
All right, so the next game, this is a big one right here. It's the Rams at Seattle. The Seahawks been playing really good football. Defensively, they're still giving up a lot. And then the Rams are coming off that loss to the New York Jets. Now you're going to go play a division full. And the Seattle Seahawks are actually playing for the division. If they win, they'll be the NFC West Division's champs. So all Seattle has to do is win. That's all they got to do. And I'm actually going to give it to Seattle. I think that they're going to be game ready, and they know what's at stake. And I think they're going to end up being the NFC West champs when it's all said and done.
I don't know. I mean, especially with that loss that the Rams had last week, and the Rams defense is a lot better than the Giants defense that went into Seattle. Normally, I'd be picking Seattle easy, but Seattle has shown that they can be beat. I think maybe and it might be like a 1 to 2 point game.
Yeah.
I like the Rams in an upset. If you now, granted, if you pressure Jared Goff, you're going to win. That's for sure. If you pressure Jared Goff, you're going to win. But I think the Rams are going to come back from that defeat with leaving a bad taste in their mouth, and I think that maybe they win. It's going to be real close, but I think they win.
All right, and then we have the Monday night game, which is, we've already talked on the Titans and Packers. You want to give our takes on this one? I mean, we could talk about the Titans and Packers Sunday night. We didn't really give our takes on it. But, I mean, again, like I said, Packers looking to get that #1 spot, and Tennessee looking to get the division, AFC South Division. And it's going to be interesting because both the teams are going to want to run the ball, and both the teams are kind of like, in the top 20 as far as stopping the run. But I got to give the edge a little bit to Aaron Rodgers, just because I think that veteran presence, the playoff atmosphere, he knows what's at stake. And again, with the Tennessee Titans giving up a lot of passing yards, I think that if Rodgers can hang on to the ball and don't have any turnovers, I think the Packers are going to win this game probably by 10 points.
I agree. If it comes down to a passing contest, no, there's no beating Rodgers. Right. If the weather is horrible and Rodgers knows how to throw in the snow, in the sleet, and all the nastiness of Green Bay, I like that as well. But if it comes down just to a pure running game, I like to see. And I know that sounds wishy-washy, but I'm going to say the team that can either be dominant running the ball, and if they're dominant running the ball, give me Tennessee. If it's that they're kind of like they're both okay running the ball, and it comes down to the throws, I know that doesn't really call whoever's going to win the game, but I'm just saying the better running team, if they are dominant in it in Tennessee, I'll give it to Tennessee. If it comes down to a passing game, give me Green Bay.
Right. And then we have the Monday night game, the Buffalo Bills going up to Foxborough. And what's perfect about this is that Fox just put up the big sign stating that the Buffalo Bills are the #1 fans in the NFL because the Buffalo Bills won that contest. Fans voted. Fox put it out there, and you get a billboard, and your team who won got the pick where they wanted it, and they put it right in Foxborough. Right on your way to go to the Gillette Stadium, you're going to see the big billboard. It says Bills Mafia, #1 fans in the NFL. How about that?
I like the way that they're just nah.
It would be even a little if we could walk out of there with a victory. Bills have not swept them since 1999. I'm hoping for a victory. I'm praying for a victory. I'm hoping the football gods give us a victory, but it's going to be a close game.
You calling for a win?
I want to win. I'm saying the Bills are going to win.
Okay. Well, you got. I
have to. I have to.
No, not necessarily, because we got one more game left.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. I actually think the Bills are going to win, and in that game it'll be tight, but I think the Bills are going to win. There's one more game left, and then unfortunately, because I'm really running behind here, we're going to talk about the Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins, and people are already saying you need to be on your color cast, so I gotta cut this short. I'm sorry, folks, but nope. Your thoughts on the Raiders Dolphins game there, Shipman?
Well, the thing is that the Raiders are giving up 30 points per game this season. That's the most in the NFL, most for them since 1961. So Miami's got a good defense. I'm hoping that the Raiders come out and we don't know. Derek Carr still might be starting this game.
Yeah.
So he gets back in there, and he's going to be hungry because he had a quarterback come in and almost won that game in Mariota. So I think he's going to come out, prove a point. Miami Dolphins do have a good defense. As long as the Raiders don't turn the ball over and Miami don't get those turnovers and score, because they've been scoring a lot with the defense, I think this could be a Raiders squeak out, maybe win by 3. I want the Raiders to win because, of course, squish the fish.
I got you, and I wish I can be as confident as you. And I know this is going to piss off a lot of people that are Raiders fans, but looking at the amount of people that are out for the Raiders on defense, knowing what the Dolphins have been doing recently, knowing the fact that the Raiders defense is giving up 30 a game, and you even said it with Derek Carr playing when he really shouldn't be playing. Because I don't care now if they're saying that his groin wasn't as bad, but still, you have a healthy Marcus Mariota, sitting on the bench, and then you have Derek Carr playing. I'm sorry, and this pains me to say, but I think the Dolphins win this game, which is coming on in just a little bit. So that's my cue.
But if I had a chance, if I was Gruden, I think I would start Mariota just to see what he can do. Because if anything, you get Mariota out there. Okay, you let the NFL see what this kid can do, and you use it as draft capital.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I think that Mariota should start, period.
Yeah. They could not stop him running last week. I don't know why they stopped when they were down on it. Why did they not run and let him run in? That's what I would have done. I blame Gruden. I missed the boat.
Okay, Fred, real quick out the door. We're going to go through our sponsors again, and then we got to go, folks. I'm very sorry. I would normally have people call in, but I got to do my color cast. So if you want to listen to the game tonight, go to the Apple app, color cast, and listen to me on the game.
Yeah. So our first one is like always, Soulmate socks. I mean, these are great socks. They're high socks. Any NFL team you want, they got them. Go ahead, follow them. Homemade football style socks. Then you got Tazco Toys. They make the little characters. If you're a super fan, even if you're not a super fan and you have someone who's a big fan of a football team, take a picture, send it to Tazco Toys, and get them made up into a little figurine, and it'll be perfect for anywhere in your Bills collection or Raider collection. It just fits perfectly in there. Tazco Toys. And then, again, seasonal sports, call Fred. Any embroidery, any screen printing, any vinyl wrapping that you need done, he does all of that. Family owned and operated. Him and his wife run it, and they work there.
Okay, your other one, which is our new sponsor.
Yeah, Ken Newton Studios. Ken's a great guy. He's an artist out of Buffalo. He does a lot of stuff with the players. He just did a bunch of cleats for them. He actually painted their cleats. He does great paintings of the players. And he also is doing custom football. So you could get a Raider football. You can get a Bills football. He takes the football and he customizes it. So he's got a page. Be sure to follow. It's Ken Newton Studios. It's a great guy. I've met him several times. Big Bills fan and awesome guy. Reach out.
Okay. My ones that I want to definitely make sure that I'm plugging here, go to Retired Players Congress or playerscongress.com. Support them with buying purchases. They have lots of, and it's not just NFL, by the way. It's NBA. It's Major League Baseball. They have apparel that all of the products that they have support the players of old. So go to playerscongress.com and support them. Shoes for kids, go make sure if you have some lightly used shoes, or if you want to help out, make sure the kids can actually have some shoes in this time of need. Go to shoesforkids.com. Jerry Robinson, tell them Captain Jack sent you. And then be a part of the Bocadillo universe. I don't want to click off it takes too long. It's great stuff. Be part of the Bocadillo universe. And I appreciate you being here, Fred. Thank you, sir. And if you want to listen to Captain Jack do the broadcast, if you have the Apple app, go to Colorcast right now. Fred, anything out the door? Because I'm going to give us our outro in a minute.
Hey, the playoffs are on the horizon, so make sure you're following the NFL. Hey, I hope that your team gets in. If not, I mean, there's always next year.
I think I can say it. There's always next year. Thanks again there, Fred. You take care, partner.
All right, thank you.